Hey, 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 hey. What's up, D? Always my number one girl. You always, it's either you or Lysandra. Y'all gonna be the first ones here all the time. I appreciate you so much. Welcome back to After the Snap. I'm your host, Tasha Pierce. That's me, Tasha. That's me. Yeah, we got a little bit of a show today. We got some stuff to discuss. Things just happened. This weekend was so freaking live. I'm not gonna say the weekend. This week has been, these last few days have been so freaking live for the rumors and the entertainment news and even the debauchery, even the bullshit that we don't even really want to talk about. We just kind of have to talk about it. I'm glad your phone gave you an alert. At least somebody is getting alert. Yeah, because there's a lot of people who say they don't know when I'm on because they don't get notifications. But maybe that means I'm getting a little bit better. Will know me now. Huh? Good. So yeah, we're gonna talk. I'm a day late. I'm not $1 short. I'm just a day late. I'm a day late because like I said, I'm a new grandmother. And I have him quite a bit, my grandson, and he wears me out. Sometimes I just fall asleep. Hey, Clarence. Sometimes I fall asleep and I don't wake back up for hours. So last night, I told myself I was taking a nap at about 2 something, and I woke up it had to be 7:30, 8 o'clock. So that was not nap. That was, I fell asleep. So what's up, Clarence? What's up? Yeah. Look, I still didn't get to see Black Adam. I haven't seen it yet. But I'm going to say that if you have seen it, in a non-spoiler way, you can let us know how you felt down in the comments. We are very interested in knowing how you felt. I have not yet seen it, and I've kind of got mixed emotions about going to see it, but I'm going to see it at some point. Y'all know that. But I've got mixed emotions about this thing, so we'll talk about that. But Black Adam did win the box office. I guess I could cut this music off, huh? I forgot it. I forgot. Forgot it was even on. So yeah, I guess what is the good news is Black Adam won the box office, and we're going to talk more about that when we get into the box office top 5. We're also going to talk about this MCU stuff that did happen. Yeah, I mean, it's just a few rumors that I reported on, and then there was a trailer drop today. So if you know what trailer it was, put it down in the comments. I want to see who's up on a trailer game here today. Clarence said he has not yet seen Black Adam either. I feel bad, but then again, I don't. We're going to talk about it. As a matter of fact, we might as well just get this show on the road, right? We're going to start with the box office. I wish I had something snazzy. I wish I had come up with like some kind of little jingle for the weekly box office top 5. I wish we would have come up with something. Well, I don't have to come up with much. Black Adam did win the box office. It's a $67 million opening for Black Adam. So yay. That is the best outing for Dwayne Johnson as a leading man. And you heard it from me. I thought it was going to go over. I thought it was going to go over 67. I thought it was going to do closer to the 75 that I thought. But I did say in between these amounts, and here we are at 67. And I'm going to explain probably a little bit why. There was one big thing that probably kept this movie from going up above that 75 that we talked about, and that was a China release. It didn't release in China yet. So if it released in China at the same time as it released in the US, we would have gotten closer to we would have got closer to 100 million, to be quite honest, but definitely closer to 75 million. Definitely closer to that. Let's see. So killed it. I think you're talking about. That trailer. I hope you're talking about the trailer. I'm confused. And then Davina, you said Me Too. I don't know what the Me Too is. You tell me what that meant. So let's get to the weekly wrap up. Box office top 5 movies for this week. Black Adam, of course, we just discussed, went in. $67 million was its opening frame. It did so well. It did well amongst a lot of different demographics, not the usual suspects. So the only demographic that it probably didn't do very well in is the older, kind of like middle-aged woman, kind of in my age range, because that was what went to movie number 2, which was Ticket to Paradise. Universal has another winner with Ticket to Paradise, and that is the one that had George Clooney, Julia Roberts. So when you hear those names, that kind of is like, it's like calling. It's like a dog whistle for women my age. And they came out and they saw Ticket to Paradise to the tune of $16.3 million. And then the last 3 are movies that we've seen. The only thing I can say here that is new is that we don't have, for the first week in, I think, 6 weeks, we don't have The Woman King in the top 5. We got Smile still hanging in there at number 3. $8 million more to add to that. I think it has I think it was 60 something million. Let me look to be sure. Don't quote me just yet. But yeah. Then we had Halloween Ends for another $8 million, which is still, it's pretty darn good to me. Seeing as though the and you know what? I'm sorry. Let me rephrase what I said. Black Adam globally opened at 140 million. So around the world, it was 140 million. In the US, it was 67 million. And it would have gone over a little bit, got even closer to maybe 160, 170 million if China would have opened along with everybody else. So I misspoke. I apologize. Let's see. I got to find out exactly how much money it's gone so far. Oh yeah, Davina was saying about the box office numbers. You guys kind of went high with it. I kind of low balled a little bit. To me, I thought it was a low ball, and I'm going to tell you why it should have made $75 million. And I really don't have to tell you, that movie should have made $75 million just on the bankability of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. But then, just like Clarence says down here, the movie critics were a demographic of their own. And they came out and they didn't have too much good to say about this movie. As a matter of fact, they had nothing good to say about the movie. So now we're saying, did people listen to the critics and say, you know what? The critics say, don't go see this. It's garbage. I'm not going to see it. Now, the critic score just continued to drop. It's like in the 30% now. It's like 30% amongst the critics. The audience loved it to the tune of like 90% of the audience loved it. So, this is another one of those, like the Eternals, except I'm a talking head, and y'all know I'm more partial to Marvel here lately. I'm a talking head who's more partial to Marvel usually over the last few years. And the talking heads who are more partial to DC clowned MCU fans for the Eternals score when, the who were they? The critics said one thing, the audience said something else. So we are now even. We're even because yes, the big movie was Black Adam. It did win the box office. It should have done more. Should have done more. Should have done more than 75 million. Let's just think about this. The only DCEU movie that made less than Black Adam was Shazam. all the rest of the movies has done. Oh, I'm sorry, and I think the Suicide Squad. I think the Suicide Squad made less in its opening frame, but we're talking pandemic there. So Black Adam had everything going for it. In fact, I've seen critics, or I've seen some of the analysts try to prop up Black Adam next to Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was the first movie that people started going back to the movies, and it had a big box office. And Black Adam should have made more money, but the critics threw a monkey wrench in things, because now I'm not even in a hurry anymore. And neither is Clarence. Clarence said the critics did make a difference. He did listen to the critics, and that's why he hasn't seen it. And he and I are pretty much the same. Clarence is also saying he thought Shazam was a hit, but for what Shazam was, it was a hit. Shazam was number one. Shazam was a fantastic movie. I enjoyed it thoroughly. But number two, Shazam is like a lower tier superhero. It did not have the charisma of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, along with all of these other heroes. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson should have alone been enough to bring people into the movies. But then you also introduced in this same movie Hawkman, Dr. Fate. Forget the other two, Cyclone and Atom Smasher. Hawkman and Dr. Fate alone should have been enough to bring more people in. And then they spoiled the post-credit scene. They spoiled the post-credit scene and told everybody, oh, I'm glitching. I hope that's not going like that to y'all. But anywho, they told the post-credit scene. So that should have brought some more people out, right? All of those things should have made this box office stronger. It did not. So that is why I'm kind of concerned, where I'm saying I'm not running out to see it, because from what I understood, the big problem with it, if you could call this a problem, if there was a problem with it, we'll say that. If there was a problem, it was the script. I've heard that there was some shaky CG in places, but if you were looking for action, which, let's be real, most of us are looking for action when we go to see a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movie. We're looking for action. So if you were looking for action, my understanding is you got action. You got action. But the problem was the story was garbage. And there's no excuse for that, if you ask me. There's no excuse. And the reason why there's no excuse, or I feel that way, is because we've had over 10 years to get this movie right. Literally a decade to get the movie right. So why are we putting out something that was kind of lackluster? So our top five, the only thing that was a surprise to me is that Loud Crocodile is still hanging around. I thought they would have been the Woman King for another sixth week. So Black Adam did the 3-day of $67 million. Ticket to Paradise did that 16.3. Then Smile, which is in week 4. And I said it has done 60 something million. No, I was incorrect. In 4 weeks, Smile from Paramount has done $84 million on a $17 million budget. That is a win. That's a big fat win. Halloween Ends has done over 2 weeks, $54.1 million. And Loud Crocodile in its 3rd week has done $28.7 million. I think. And then Woman King has done 62.8. Woman King was number 6. So it did just get edged out of the top 5 finally. And Avatar has not shown up again in the top 10. So there's that. And you got to be happy that Avatar is not showing up again, because really that's sad when a movie that's been out for 20 odd years keeps beating out these newer movies. Now things are settling down. Black Adam is probably going to be alone at the top for another week or so, and then we'll get Wakanda Forever, and Wakanda Forever will probably edge Black Adam. Davina said, "Oh, no comparison to Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was a good movie, and again, it came out during the pandemic, so I feel like that is a different. You know, you got to kind of look at those two things different, because now people are back in the swing of things, and I really expected it to. I expected Black Adam to go a little bit higher. Now, Clarence is saying, but arguably, you have The Rock not being charismatic, one of his big draws. That's another thing. But you wouldn't find that out until you got to the movies, unless you read what the critics said. So a lot of the critics were saying that Dwayne Johnson delivered a one-note performance. He was very dour. But of course, he's playing an anti-hero. But when you think of Thanos, was he a one-note? He ain't no anti-hero, though. I apologize. That wasn't a good comparison. Let me think of an anti-hero. Venom. Venom is an anti-hero. Was that a one-note performance coming from Tom Hardy? No. He played that as well. He played as two different characters, and he gave Venom a personality. Even though Venom is not probably at your top upper echelon of movies, he has. Tom Hardy showed you the blueprint of how to of how to deliver an anti-hero, right? Claire said Variety quoted the movie costing $195 million to make, and that's what I said it. I said it when I first realized how much it made. I said, that's too much. I mean, how much it cost? That's too much. It cost $200 million to make, and we're not even talking about all of the promo, the marketing that they put into this, especially over the last month. It was a huge marketing push. And Clarence also said it's all about the motivations. It's all about the motivations. I just honestly think Dwayne Johnson had an opportunity to catch lightning in a bottle with this character. And I think from what they're saying, a bad script is what held him back from doing so. But I also heard that if anybody steals the show, it is Hawkman and Dr. Fate, especially Dr. Fate. Yeah. With Venom, you had Brock to play the straight guy, though, which is true, which is to me, and you can argue with me if you're wrong, y'all. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. Would it have been smarter to introduce Black Adam with the hero that he goes against all the time, which was Shazam? Would it have been smart so that you had that straight guy, kind of the straight guy, and what's the other guy? The funny guy. When you have the straight guy and the funny guy, I think it might have worked. And then introduce him in this movie going up against the Justice Society, especially since a lot of people had no clue who the Justice Society were. We just introduced them and say, they've been heroes this whole time, and now they fight Black Adam. Well, how? How? Tell me how that happened. But okay, it's water under the bridge, Hakuna Matata, we can't change what is. 100%. Clarence, I guess you're agreeing. Because I think it would have been better. And I honestly was looking forward to Black Adam as is. But now that I'm hearing about some of the issues that the movie had, I think there was another way to go about it. And because Black Adam because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has this thing about losing in movies, losing battles and the such, I don't think that he wanted to because of that. Who wants to come into the DCEU when you are a personality like Dwayne Johnson, would you want to come in and lose to a character like Shazam? That to me might be part of the issue, but you're gonna have to lose to him. You're gonna have to lose to him. It's coming. You got to, because that's the way it is. Or you're gonna have to lose to Superman, which they're saying that they're hinting that Henry Cavill has actually announced on Twitter today, I'm back. So we know for sure that there will be another Man of Steel movie coming. And then we also know that if they're bringing Henry Cavill back, they're going to do this Justice League and try to do it correctly. And they're also going to set us up for Black Adam versus Superman. We know it's coming. So when you fight Superman, there is a way, and it would be consistent with the, I know cartoons. I'm not 100% sure if it is consistent with the comics, but I am 100% sure that it's consistent with the cartoon. And the cartoon, with the cartoon of Shazam and Black Adam and Superman, Superman can't do anything with a magical being. It is one of his weaknesses, along with the red sun and along with the kryptonite. We have magic. So part of me says that Henry Cavill Superman could potentially lose to Black Adam in a one-on-one fight, because that magic will give him fits. We'll see how they try to play it if they bring those two together, or when they bring those two together. The real matchup will be Shazam versus Black Adam, because magic versus magic. What else was I going to say? And Clarence says it always should have been Black Adam versus Supes and not Batman. And because, the only reason I guess I could be down with the whole Batman thing, even though I'm not caping for that movie now, there was a lot I liked about the movie, and there was a lot that was wrong with that movie. But the only reason I say I could go for the Batman thing is because in comics and in your animation, Batman has every contingency thought out. He finds the weakness of even his friends, and he, just in case his friends jump out of line, he has a way to bring them down. That's Wonder Woman, that's Superman, that's Aquaman, that's anybody. He knows their weakness, he finds their weakness, and if they step out of line, in his opinion, he's ready to go. So Batman could only beat Superman by fighting dirty, by using his weaknesses, which is the kryptonite. And because nobody is thinking to do that to Batman, he will always have the upper hand. Nobody is thinking, I should just kill Batman because he might step out of line one day. They are all are more light-hearted people, kind-hearted beings. Batman is dark. He's dark. He's fighting on the right side of crime, but he's dark. He would have no issue or problem killing Superman. We saw that in Batman versus Superman. And even though a lot of people had problems with it, he has always been prepared he's been prepared for the worst almost all the time. So Black Adam against Superman is going to be a better matchup. And depending on how the DCEU decides to go with it, Black Adam could potentially win that fight. They may have to, because one thing that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has been saying is they're not trying to go straight to Superman versus Black Adam. That's not going to be like coming soon. So, but I think when they do bring those two together, that it should be either a L for Superman or a stalemate. Like there is like no clear winner, because then you can have a sequel, and then you can start throwing the kitchen sink at people. People being Black Adam. You can bring the Justice Society and some members of the Justice League together, because ain't nothing that Black Adam is going to be able to do with the entire Justice League. He'll lose, especially once you add Shazam into the mix. He'll lose. So there's that. What else did we got for this Black Adam weekend? Oh, there was another piece of DCEU news that I kind of want to talk about, and that is, has the DCEU chosen a Flash replacement? And I have been jumping on TikTok quite a bit here, TikTok, and doing YouTube shorts. So I've been doing that. So because I've been doing it, I'm going to play the short that I recorded for this Flash subject, and then we'll come back and talk about it. Well, I can take a sip of my water while we're doing that. So enjoy this really quick. After several successful test screenings, Warner Bros. Discovery is eager to release its upcoming film, The Flash. Reports say they even have the script written for the sequel. The only drawback is the off-screen troubles of actor Ezra Miller, who plays the titular character. Of course, the Flash movie will do some Infinite Earths world hopping, making it perfect timing to recast the Scarlet Speedster. That's where the rumor comes in. The gossip is that Warner has found their replacement in George McKay, a British actor best known for 1917. Of course, only time will tell if there's any truth to this, but it does make sense. So what do you think? Will Ezra Miller be replaced in the next Flash film? Sound off in the comments. And this has been Tasha Pierce with another After the Snap Short Snap. After several successful test screenings, Warner Bros. Discovery is eager to release its upcoming film, The Flash. Reports. All right. So, what y'all think? There's George McKay, who people are saying that the DCEU has on deck already for their new Flash. We had to know, or at least I have speculated. We'll put it like that, because none of us know. But I speculate that they will be replacing Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller, for the burglary charge that he has against him, if he were to be found guilty of that, he could face up to 26 years in prison. Let me take a look at this article that, of course, I am sharing from. I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share it with y'all. I'm gonna share it from let's see, Chrome tab. Here we are. From Deadline, of course, because it's always Deadline. It's always Deadline. Ezra Miller pleaded not guilty to felony burglary, and he faces 26 years in prison if he's convicted. And while I don't think he will be convicted, I don't think they're going to lock this man up. Or he might be convicted, but he won't get 26 years in prison. He might get 10, he might get some months. And if he gets some months, you will just hope that he sits in prison or jail and learns a lesson and comes out, with his mental health in a better place. But to me, they don't have a choice. You don't know for sure. You don't know for sure what to do with this guy, because you don't know what to do with them. I'm going to say it right. Don't know what to do with them, because they still could be put in prison. So you want to hold your shooting schedules up until this actor gets out of prison? No. That's another problem too. The other problem is that's a $200 million movie. So if the Flash movie don't make like $600 million, then you have lost. It's the same with Black Adam. It's got to make $600 or $700 million to come out a winner for how much money that they spent just in marketing and just in making the movie. it has to make up to $600 to $700 million to be like, okay, we came out with a profit. Same thing with Ezra Miller. And Ezra Miller is not Dwayne Johnson. So are we going to get the same kind of audience for those two movies? I don't know. And with so many people being so against all of the things that Ezra Miller has found himself doing over the last 3 years, are we sure that people are going to turn out for their movie? Davina said they need to be replaced. They are not serious about their job and has too much continuous controversy. I can agree with that. I honestly believe the same way I say about Kanye West, and I'm not making this an excuse, because once you know that you have a mental health problem, then you need to keep your mental health at the top of your mind, especially when you are in a position to take care of these things. There are people out here like me whose mental health is fragile, and I don't have the means, but they've got the means to have their mental health issues addressed. And instead of believing that they have mental health issues, they go until these erratic moments, and they don't want help. So there's that. So yeah, Ezra Miller was told to stay away from the neighbor whose home they entered earlier this year. Along with neighbor Isaac Winokur, Miller was prohibited from interacting with another Vermont resident, Iden Early, as conditions of their release. So Miller faces a maximum of 26 years behind bars, as well as over $2,000 in fines if found guilty of the charges stemming from the spring incident, which entailed stealing 3 bottles of liquor, gin, vodka, and rum from Wincor's pantry. The next hearing in the case is set for January 13th, 2023, and scheduled to last about 3 hours. So there's that. I need to remind myself here when The Flash is set to come out. So let me remind myself. So the movie will be coming out in June. So we just need to hope that nothing else happens between now and June, that they don't end up in jail for stealing some liquor that I'm pretty sure that they probably should have been able to buy that liquor on their own. Why would you steal some vodka, some gin, and some rum? Why would you steal that? I'm pretty sure I got enough quarters around here that I can scrape together and buy me some alcohol, a little bottle of vodka, gin, or rum. Maybe not all 3. So you let me know if there was somebody else besides George McKay, who I think is a fine young man. He's fine. He's a fine young man. The only other person who I would love to see do The Flash is The Flash, Grant Gustin. I would love to see him make the jump from the small screen to the big screen if they're going to replace Flash. But they've got an opportunity. They got this whole multiverse thing going. They also have the opportunity because they had Ezra Miller cross over with Grant Gustin on that CW show for one of those big crossover events. So why not pull Grant Gustin out of his universe and slide them into the major DCEU universe? I know a lot of people ain't trying to hear that. Y'all let me know if there's anybody else that you think would be a good Flash for DCEU. Also, tell me which, if any, of the Justice Society of America characters do you think should get their own movie? Especially if you've seen the movie already. Who do you think would be able to hold it down on their own as the leading character in their own movie? Let me know in the comments. And if you're watching it on the rebroadcast, what up? Put that down in the comments. Let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing people's thoughts on that. Then okay, so today we got a black Lord of Black. It wasn't black. Today we got an Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. We got a trailer for it. I was Davina says Dr. Fate should get his own movie. You are not alone in thinking. A lot of people are saying that Dr. Fate is the one. I can't, I'm really excited to see the movie because y'all know I got a thing for Aldous Hodge. Okay, I've said it. I said it. Y'all know I like him, but I have heard that Dr. Fate kind of stole the show, and I would really like to see uh, Pierce Brosnan and what he brought to that character because he's a nice looking older man too. Pierce Brosnan can get it. Anywho, uh, we were talking about, oh yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. We got a trailer today, y'all. So if you are following me on the social medias, then you saw me talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp getting a move, the trailer coming out, and then an hour later, what the heck happened? The dang old trailer came out. Yay! I was so excited. Yay! So anywho, the trailer came out. Let me tell you, it looks good. It looks it's like it looks like more of the same that we are getting with Ant-Man, and by more of the same, uh, with more of the same, I mean it's a heist movie. It looks like it's gonna be another heist movie. We're getting another heist movie, but the what's different about it is this one looks like the stakes are so much higher. Like it's not like uh if you don't do this, like the last two. There have been stakes in the last two, but not as high as y'all gonna get your asses stuck in the quantum realm forever. That wasn't the stakes. You got your whole damn family in the quantum realm. Then you got Bill Murray, mean ass. He in this movie too. So I'm wondering, like, he looks like he's important. Who is he? Who is he in this movie? Then there's of course, my other crush. Y'all know who it is, Jonathan Majors. Now that right there is my baby. Jonathan Majors is showing up in the trailer as King the Conqueror. If you guys are on my Discord, and if you're not, shame on you, look in the description on Facebook and or YouTube, and you will see a link to Discord. If you are in my Discord, then you will know that a few weeks ago, I shared a leaked trailer. They leaked the trailer that played at D23. Yeah, somebody did that, and I hurried up and downloaded that thing, y'all. I downloaded it and shared it on Discord, right? So that was a different trailer. There was some elements of it that was the same, but that trailer was different than what we got today. There was a lot different about this trailer. Number one, we got to see what looked like some kind of, and I haven't really like torn this thing apart just yet, but y'all know I done watched it at least 10 times. We got what looks like King the Conqueror, like setting up an army, he's got a fleet. I don't know where then you got a whole civilization down in the quantum realm, which we saw hinted in the first Ant-Man movie. So we saw that whole civilization hinted, but now we are seeing it, and it is giving me like, what in the world how is Kang doing this vibes? So Kang needs something. I don't know what Kang needs, but he needs Ant-Man and crew to help him get it. So I'm like, what if Kang got a whole army, a whole freaking military, and himself, who he should know the timeline from front to back to side, even though he is not the same as He Who Remains. He Who Remains, whole different guy. That's the guy from Loki. Y'all, you watch Loki, right? You better have. If not, you need to get it on it, because you might be lost when you get to Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. But you got a long time. You got lots of time to watch it, right? Because Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania is not coming out until February. That's going to be like a Valentine's gift, along with the second season of Picard. Valentine's gift. We're getting Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania around that same little time. So you need to watch Loki if you've not yet done so. And let me tell you, between all of the Disney Plus series, Loki is probably my second favorite. My first favorite, my most favorite of all of them was WandaVision. My second favorite was Loki. And arguably, those two can be switched. There are people who felt the other way around. So there's nothing wrong. Nobody's right or wrong. It's just how you feel. It's your opinion. Don't at me. However, watch Loki if you have not yet done so. Because don't the quantum realm look an awful lot like what was outside the window of the TVA? And I'm not going to talk too much more about it, because I do believe I got one person who hasn't watched it. Oh yeah, D, yes. Izzy is coming out right around your birthday. So Davina is still, she was going on. I missed this comment. She was talking about being in love with The Rock, Dr. Fate, and Hawkeye. Hawkeye is in the MCU. What you mean is Hawkman. Hawkeye is the dude with the bow and arrow from the MCU. You gonna get it, girl. I know that. I know. And yeah, girl, you say I ain't gonna be all over it for your birthday. Yes, I forgot. Yeah, that is right in your birthday area. So yeah, that will be a good, nice little outing for you. So anywho, what was I saying? Lord have mercy. I'm sitting here wondering why, okay, I'm live on Facebook, but everything looks different on Facebook. Like, I'm looking at this live stream on Facebook. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm easily distracted. I got ADHD. Y'all know that. It looks so different because it doesn't have the background on Facebook, and the my name and stuff is in gray. That's weird. I wonder why it looks so different. No, you go get it, girl. Yeah, you go get it. Especially, messing around with me, you are going to get it. We'll have a test every week, girl, about these characters. But yeah, so I don't know what the hell I was saying. I lost my train of thought. Oh, I was talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp and the stakes and Jonathan Majors and how fine he is and how damn I can't wait to Creed, and I can't wait for Ant-Man and the Wasp. I can't wait for the movie Devotion. That one comes out in November, so we'll be getting that one first. I just want to see that man. I just want to see him because he's such a hell of an actor. He is a hell of an actor. And me and Clarence was talking on Discord. Man, we got some brothers that's just doing their thing, that are really doing us proud as far as the actors that we have. You know, Chadwick to me was he had next from like the Denzel crowd. He had next, you know. Now I can say honestly, I believe it's Jonathan Majors. And in the same vein as, just like Clarence was saying to me, in the same vein, I see Yaya. And I'm going to talk about him. As a matter of fact, we might as well go ahead on and get Yaya on out the way, because there is a rumor. There's a little rumor about Yaya now. And yeah, so I'm going to play that, and then we'll come back and talk about that. Okay. The MCU is currently developing Wonder Man, an upcoming series on Disney Plus. But who exactly is Wonder Man?
Wonder Man is Simon Williams, who gained his superhuman powers from treatments of ionic energy delivered by none other than Zemo. Those powers include superhuman strength, superhuman stamina, speed, durability, agility. He has superhuman reflexes, and he's romantically linked to Wanda Maximoff. The question is, has the MCU cast its Wonder Man? Word on the street is they have, and you'll know him from Aquaman to Candyman. He's the man. That's right, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II is rumored to be cast as the MCU's Wonder Man. So, what do you think of that casting? Let me know in the comments. And this has been Tasha Pierce with another After the Snap Short Snap.
And I'm back. So, now you don't even have to know who Wonder Man is to know that Yahya Mateen will be absolutely perfect for the role, because he's a number one, a hell of an actor. Just like I said about Jonathan Majors, he's a hell of an actor. And number two, we've seen him do Black Manta. Do y'all watch Black Mirror? If you saw that episode with him and Anthony Mackie in Black Mirror, it will disturb some people, especially if you are homophobic. If you're really homophobic, you probably don't want to watch that episode. But if you are mature enough to know that this is TV, it's not real. If you're mature like that, then if you saw that episode with him and Anthony Mackie, both of them put on a master class in that episode. It was in the last the last season of Black Mirror, and it might have been either the first or second episode. It was like them playing video games. You have to watch that episode. Those two really and truly put on a show. And let me see. Davina says she's going to be on the lookout for Devotion as well. Why is this tripping? I want to show her. Okay, there it is. Yeah, Davina said that she is going to be on the lookout for Devotion as well. I'm with you, girl. I am with you. Wonder Man is, yes, he's going to be introduced in why am I glitching? Lord, it looks so bad. I'm sorry, y'all. Technical difficulties, I guess. But so Wonder Man is coming. And Wonder Man is no slouch. Wonder Man has got some powers for your arse. So that's somebody else to look forward to. It's a lot of new characters coming, D. It's a lot. You want to know about another one, girl? Now, he ain't particularly new. You might have seen this one before. So I'm going to let you tell me if you've seen this character before. So here we go.
Another day, another MCU rumor. This one is about Silver Surfer. The Silver Surfer was last seen in 2007 of Rise of the Silver Surfer, and he is one of the most powerful superheroes and wielders of the power cosmic. But the rumor on the street is that following the success of Werewolf by Night, Silver Surfer is being adapted as an MCU special presentation for Disney+. There are no rumors so far of castings or a director, but I'll keep my ear to the ground and let you know when I hear of any. So what do you think? Do you think that Silver Surfer will be a good addition to Disney Plus's special presentation? Let me know down in the comments. And thanks for listening. This has been Tasha Pierce with another After the Snap Short Snap.
So you remember the Silver Surfer. Yeah, so the Silver Surfer. Now, if you've seen Werewolf by Night, you know that was a special presentation done by Marvel. It was like a 1 hour short film. And it was like kind of Halloween themed. However, Werewolf by Night is a character that we'll probably see again now that the MCU is introducing the horror side of its catalog. So we're starting to see Werewolf by Night, Man Thing, Blade, Ghost Rider. So that side, and I haven't done the short on this one yet. Mephisto, we starting to get, and I know don't nobody want to hear about Mephisto because we all, and people will say, "Oh, Eric Voss." No, everybody will say a Mephisto was coming in WandaVision. Everybody. It wasn't just Eric Voss. Now, Eric Voss had the biggest audience. Eric Voss was saying it the loudest, but he wasn't the only one because I was too. I was like, oh, Mephisto coming. He got to be coming. Got to be coming. He's coming. They hinting at him. They showing us he's coming. He's coming. He's coming. He ain't come. He did not. Then people was like, oh, he coming in. No, he didn't come. He did not. So now we're going to see him. Most likely, we're going to see Mephisto in maybe his own special presentation, and almost positively, y'all remember the date, write it down that I said this. Almost positively, we'll see him in the Agatha Harkness Coven of Chaos series that's coming to Disney Plus. So you can quote me. I said that. Davina says she really loved the Silver Surfer. It was many facets to this character. And you know what? I think they'll do it better. I think the MCU will do it better than Fox did. And if you liked the Fox version, I hope you love the MCU version. Because number one, we're getting an introduction. If this rumor is true, first and foremost, if the rumor is true, then we'll be getting an introduction to Silver Surfer in a way that is like on his own, so that we have time with him as a character to get to know him without introducing the Fantastic Four, Galactus, and all that. Tell us the story of God, what is his name? Norrin Rand? I gotta look it up. I hope I was right. I'll be happy because that'll mean that I remember stuff. What is the Silver Surfer's other name? Silver Surfer. Okay, D, I'm gonna tell you who Mephisto is in just a second, girl. What was his name? Yes, a lot of people reporting the same thing that that I'm reporting. And yeah, I was right. It was Norrin Rad. I was correct. Yay. Okay, D, no problem, girl. Oh, you said, okay, where you at? Oh, you said Ghost Rider. Ooh, Ghost Rider. Who was Mephisto? Okay, so Ghost Rider, you know who Ghost Rider is. There are rumors that Keanu Reeves wants to play Ghost Rider in the MCU. And you know what? I would be 110. Wait a minute. I'll be 150% here for it. I really would. Because he is he's what's missing. He's like only one of the big ones that I've been wanting to get into the MCU. I'll be very happy if he makes his way. Just like I'm happy that Henry Cavill is making his way back into the DCEU as Superman. I'm happy that Mephisto, Lord have mercy, that Keanu Reeves wants to come to the MCU and his dream character is the Ghost Rider. Now, Mephisto is the devil. Mephisto is like the devil of the MCU. Now, there is also a God type being in the MCU. I think it's the one above all. That's the God type being in the MCU, or not in the MCU, in the Marvel universe, the comic books, because they haven't introduced him in the MCU just yet. However, Mephisto is the MCU devil. And I'm gonna pull up what a picture of him that was yeah, I'm gonna open this in a new tab here and boop, boop. Why is it not showing? I need it. Why that didn't show? Girl, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Let's see. Open image in new tab. That's what I did, damn it. Okay, let's share. Stop sharing, and then we gotta pick another thing to share here. Yeah, y'all see, you see, I'm trying. Yay. Yay. Okay. There he is. There him is. The devil. That is Mephisto. So anywho, Norrin Rad. I didn't even look to see, girl, but yes, Norrin Rad, it was right. Yes. and Alexa told you the truth, and I didn't said her name, so she gonna speak to me. Oh, good. She didn't. Then you said Keanu Reeves. Yes, he would be great for that role. John Wick and Constantine has prepared him for Ghost Rider. And also, we forgetting too, Constantine's supposed to be coming back in the DCEU. So you might even be seeing him as Constantine and Ghost Rider. That's like freaking birthday cake, ice cream, cupcakes with a cherry on top, sundaes. Sounds bad for the stomach, but shoot, it's going to be really good going down. Yes, it is. My grandson is out here making a complete and total racket. Wow, he's loud. So, anywho, what else did I have? What else did I have? Oh, another thing. It's a lot of MCU stuff. So I mean, I'm not doing this shit on purpose. Y'all know that I try to collect news for everything, and I still haven't even talked about what's his name, Kanye West. I just got a little bit. I'm tired of talking about him, but I do have a little bit because he needs to slow his butt down. He's gonna put himself in a hole that he can't get out of. She said, look, I didn't even know Constantine was a part of the MCU. That's because he's not. He's a part of the DCEU. he's in the same universe as Black Adam, Superman, all of them. The MCU is your Superman, I mean your Iron Man, your Mephistos and your Captain Americas and the such. Now, what else was I going to talk about besides Kanye? Oh, I got another thing. Y'all can watch, and then tell me how you feel.
From The Wire to Creed, we watch him grow up right before our eyes. He was the villain we love to hate in Black Panther. But will Michael B. Jordan be soon making a return to the MCU? But not as Killmonger. Rumors have him in talks with Marvel to direct Mahershala Ali's Blade after its director Bassam Tariq left the project. Jordan's directorial debut, Creed 3, will hit theaters in 2023, and only time will tell if there's any truth to these rumors. So what do you think? Would you like to see Jordan direct Blade? Leave a comment and subscribe for more entertainment news and rumors. I've been Tasha Pierce, and this was an After the Snap short snap.
So you say you had no clue Constantine was affiliated with the comics, period. But yes, yep. That is the other side of the DCEU. The DCEU and the MCU both have their cosmic side. They both had their supernatural sides. So the introduction to Dr. Fate in the DCEU starts bringing in magic and mysticism, and also Shazam and Black Adam as well. Magic and mysticism are introduced through them. And then when you look at the MCU, the magic and mysticism came in with Doctor Strange and Wanda. Those two, Wanda, we first was thinking she was getting her powers solely from the stones, the Infinity Stones. But we learned that she likely had those powers long before the stones came into play. She was a witch without knowing it. So cosmic and the cosmic side was your Captain Marvels, your Guardians of the Galaxy, even your Thors, when you think about the fact that Thor is from a whole different world, and he come here and he's a god to people in our universe, but where he's a god in his universe too, but there were places that he could go that the scales were even. Like, for instance, when we saw in Thor Love and Thunder, when he went and visited Olympus, it's like everybody that was a god, so yeah. Anyway, Davida says she hopes he's going to return any way he can. I hope so too, girl. And said, your mom and you love Constantine with Keanu and Al Pacino. Girl, Al Pacino was in that. I didn't even know Al Pacino was in that. Wait a minute. We talking about the same one? Girl, where was I at? I didn't know Al Pacino. See, you just taught me something, sis. You just taught me something. Hey, Reinhardt, you say you're going to jump in when you can. We're here. Glad to see you face in the place, sir. Now what else was I? Oh, yeah. So we just played Michael B. Jordan might be in talks. Might be in the key word. Might be in talks to be director of Blade. Now, Constantine's dad. You're right, girl. Because the only time I'm thinking about Constantine and only time I'm thinking about Al Pacino and Keanu is in Devil's Advocate. Yeah, and that was one of my favorite movies, by the way. Anywho, yeah, Michael B. Jordan might be gonna direct Blade, and I'm like, I really hope so, because Michael B. Jordan hopefully knocks it out the park with this Creed 3. This is his directorial debut. And it looks like the trailer. Of course, you're gonna always show some good shit in the trailer. You ain't gonna show no garbage in the trailer. But the parts of the trailer that I've seen were fantastic. Looked really good. It's hard for them to not look good when you have them just as buffed out as they are. Like, I'm talking, Jonathan Majors got super cut for this movie. He looks so good. Not that Michael B. Jordan don't. It's just that I didn't get an opportunity to see Jonathan Majors like this before. So yes, I'm very excited. Make sure I don't have no comments over here. Now what the hell else was I gonna say to y'all? I'm all over the place because I'm just excited to be talking. One more of these little shorts, and then I don't have any more after that. The anything else I have is going to be played on YouTube at another time. So if you are not subscribed, please subscribe to me on YouTube. Please subscribe to me, Facebook, wherever you're watching. Hit the subscribe button, follow me, whatever, so that you'll see when I post another live stream. And I'm doing an awful lot of reels and shorts and TikToks and the such. So yeah, watch this.
Ever since the MCU acquired the rights to the Fox Marvel catalog, comic book fans have been excited to see who would be cast as the first family of Marvel, the Fantastic Four. We've expected answers at every comic convention and D23 Expo, but Kevin Feige and company have remained silent. There was a huge push for real-life couple John Krasinski and Emily Blunt to play Reed and Sue Richards, and we even saw Krasinski play an alternate universe version of the character in Multiverse of Madness. But since then, we've heard rumors of Penn Badgley from Netflix's You and Lucifer's Tom Ellis. But one name has been picking up steam for either Reed Richards or his nemesis, Victor Von Doom. That is none other than Kylo Ren himself, Adam Driver. Only time will tell if this rumor has any merit, but personally, I'd rather see him as Doom in the MCU. What about you? Drop a comment to chime in, and this has been Tasha Pierce with another After the Snap Short Snap.
Oh, you said you mixed up your movies. Movie was Devil's Advocate. That's one of your mom's you and your mom's favorite too. Yes, I love The Devil's Advocate. What's Al Pacino played the heck out the devil, didn't he? Speaking of the devil, we talked about Mephisto. There are rumors that Sacha Baron Cohen from Borat is going to be Mephisto in the MCU. Now, rumor, we don't know. It hasn't been substantiated. Nobody's made any official announcements just yet. But that if they cast Mephisto, then it's 9 times out of 10 we're getting Mephisto in the movie soon. I want the MCU devil. I want him to be in the movies. So yeah, I'm trying to think of anything. Oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me, y'all. Blue Beetle. I'm gonna be doing a short about that, but y'all are here. So if you're here for the live stream, you get a lot of this news way up front, all these rumors and stuff. But this is a rumor that I heard about Blue Beetle. Now, Blue Beetle is from the DCEU, and it's the Hispanic superhero. And Blue Beetle was going to be a TV series on HBO Max, but they said, no, we're going to put this on the big screen. So they said, not a TV series, it's going to be a made-for-TV movie on HBO Max, but they said, no, we're going to put that on the big screen. So they are putting DC's Blue Beetle on the big screen. And guess what? I've heard that it has had amazing test screenings. This is like, we've heard about The Flash having amazing test screenings. I truthfully never heard that Black Adam had good test screenings. Never heard it. But I did hear that Flash is one of the highest test screenings of any DC property, and Blue Beetle has had amazing test screenings as well. This is what I heard. Now, I don't know. I didn't watch the movie yet. They didn't invite me, but it is an upcoming film, and they're saying it's to be kind of family oriented and a comedy. So it kind of puts me in the mind of a Shazam. They use Spanish throughout the film, which is true to the heritage of the character. And the character, they said they use subtitles for you people that, we don't speak Spanish. There are subtitles. And you know what? I'm here for that. Everything, we're so Americanized that we believe that everything should be written and produced to cater to us. If 30% or 50% of this movie is in Spanish, so be it. So Bennett, read them subtitles and keep it moving. Now, who is going to be Jaime Reyes? And Jaime Reyes is the Blue Beetle's alter ego, the young man. So Jaime Reyes is going to be played by Cobra Kai actor Zolo Maridueña. Okay, so Solo Maridueña is going to be Jaime Reyes. I'm not 100% sure. I'm thinking that movie is coming in 2023, but I am going to take a look. See. Yeah, it says 2023. Let's see what the date is. August 18th, 2023. So it's going to be directed by Angel Manuel Soto. And yeah, you still get Walter Hamada's name is still going to be attached to this as an executive producer, but he ain't no longer with WB. He's no longer with DC. You don't have to worry about hearing about Walter Hamada probably too much more. It's going to be maybe a couple of more movies that his name will be attached to as an executive producer, and then he gonna bounce. Now Larry, I ain't never called you Larry, boy. Reinhardt says, Reinhardt says that he would love to see Michael B. Jordan get to direct Blade. Me too, because look, they were saying that the reason why Blade lost the director and was delayed, and this is rumor. I don't quote, don't go no place to tell nobody I said this was true. This is a rumor. But they say it's because Mahershala Ali was not at all pleased with the script, with the number of action sequences. He wasn't at all pleased with any part of what they had put together for Blade. And this movie was supposed to start filming in 2 months. So, as you know, Mahershala Ali is an executive producer on this movie. He made the pitch to Marvel for a Blade reboot. His name and his fingerprints is all, his DNA should be all over this. So he said, I can't do this movie with what y'all gave me. So they said, okay, we're going to give you something better. And you know what? Hopefully that's what it is. Hopefully we get Michael B. Jordan, because Michael B. Jordan is very well connected to whom? Ryan Coogler, who knows a thing or two about directing these big budget movies with all the spectacle and the CG, because I believe that Michael B. Jordan probably has the chops, but he would need somebody to assist when you start talking about moving into this big, heavily CGI arena. And who's better than somebody he works with rather frequently, which is Ryan Coogler. So it would be the next best thing to having Ryan Coogler direct Blade. But anywho, let me go ahead and finish talking about this Blue Beetle screening. Zolo Maraduena is playing Blue Beetle. Then we got Penny being played by Bruna Marquezine. Susan Sarandon is playing the villain in this thing. George Lopez is in this. He's playing the uncle. They just have a big old beautiful Hispanic cast. Big, beautiful Hispanic cast. And Susan Sarandon. But yeah, Susan Sarandon. Shoot. But so yeah. That is where we are with Blue Beetle. They're saying that it's going to be a fantastic movie. People are going to love it, and that I believe that we should, support this movie just like that. We want people to support our Black superheroes. How important that was to us. Black Panther, Blade, this Black Captain America that we getting. And if you haven't watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you would know some history behind the Captain America moniker and that story. To appreciate the care that was given to that story. There's an awful lot that we should be really happy about, and we need to stand behind these Hispanic characters that are coming out, the Latinx characters and the such, because that is important. Representation matters. They need to see themselves represented on the big screen as a hero. And I think it's very important. And I'm interested in this movie anyway. Now, we also are going to get our own I know we're talking about MCU now, going back. I'm sorry. But they were saying that Joaquin Torres, the uh the new Falcon to Captain America, is going to be, it coming in Captain America Part 4. So I'll be glad to see that too, because that's a Hispanic actor. Okay. James Gunn is working on a secret DC project. And you know what? We've already heard that Henry Cavill has come back. He's going to be playing Superman in DCEU again. I would like to see James Gunn do Superman. I hope that's the secret DC project that he's starting to work on. What y'all think? I haven't recorded the short about it. I will soon. But that is the word on the street that it could be Superman, and I'm looking forward to that. Another rumor, and Davina says she's here for Blue Beetle. I am too, girl. I am too. Hopefully I could get my ass out the house without dying to see these movies. But anywho, Spider-Man 4. They saying that movie is coming out July 4th, 2024. Now we know that's their little time period for Spider-Man. So it smells right. I would be excited, but there's nothing there. That's the rumor. Keep our ear to the ground. Last but not least, on these movies and such, before I get to Kanye, I know I've been saying Kanye for a minute and I ain't got to him yet. Yeah, I'm gonna save him for last. For pretty much almost last. Rihanna is rumored to be working on an end credit song for Wakanda Forever. Now, people been waiting for Rihanna to get back in the studio for so long. So it will excite an awful lot of people if she really is recording music for Wakanda Forever. And then we'll have her, something new for Wakanda Forever. And then we'll have her doing shortly after that the Super Bowl halftime show. So it's possible that Rihanna is dropping a hint that more music is coming soon. So hopefully there is more to this than just a rumor that she is recording that end credit song for Wakanda Forever, because that'll make. Let me tell you, you want the who is Riri's fan club? Who are they? I forgot what they call them. But anyway, I think, is it the Rehab? I know the Beehive is Beyonce. I don't know what they call Riri's people, but and if y'all know, let me know in the comments, chat, whatever. I don't know what they call her fan base, but if they find out that Rihanna is going to be doing a song at the end of Wakanda Forever, they're gonna be there. They're gonna be there. They're gonna sit and wait just to hear that song. Hopefully they enjoy the movie. Please enjoy the movie, y'all. But they're gonna be there just for the song. And how I know that this is the case is, remember in Eternals when Harry Styles showed up in the post-credit scene? Harry Styles' fan base started just going to the movie and just talking about this movie and made it trending on Twitter over and over and over again, simply because this man showed up in the after credit scene. He didn't even show up in the movie. He showed up in the after credit scene, and his fan base lost their eternal minds. And you think that Rihanna don't have that same kind of pull? You better think again. That movie will go off the chain just because she's got a song in it. Watch. Don't believe me? Just watch. Okay, so now let's talk about this food real quick. Let me see. First, I'm gonna talk about, and I know I told y'all ADD. We're gonna talk about Alex Jones, because if you have not been living under a rock, you know that Alex Jones is pretty much a disgraced, pretty much content creator. He is damn it, an influencer upon the conspiracy theories, and mainly the right-wing conspiracy theorists, because it is some left-wing nuts out there now. Don't think that it ain't no nuts on the left, because there are plenty. I was once one of them, but I digress. Oh, the Navy. Yes, it is. It is. It is Rihanna's Navy. That's the name of her fan base. Lord have mercy. They come for you. You better not say nothing. Nothing about Riri. They coming for your head. So believe me, the Navy will be out if they find out for sure that Rihanna got a song. And they're gonna know before me. All I do all day long is look for stories that's coming out about Marvel and DC and entertainment news. They're gonna know before I know. Because they far more serious about that shit than me. Because they have their self fixated on one person, Rihanna. So all they got to do is that they just keep their heads in Rihanna. Whatever Rihanna is doing, they know. Rihanna could pass gas and they could tell you how it smells, tell you what she ate from smelling it. And me, I'm just all over the place. Oh, DC, Marvel, The Boys, oh, Star Wars, Star Trek. See, I got too many loves. Strategy Majors, yeah. So I'm all over the place. They like Rihanna. So yeah. But I was talking about what is this fool? Alex Jones. Yeah, I was talking about Alex Jones. He an idiot. So this is the man who, for years now, even when it just stopped making sense to keep saying it because they keep telling you they're going to eventually hit your pockets for saying this, he is the man who continuously has said that not just Sandy Hook now, but these are the ones who got him first. He says a lot of these school shootings are orchestrated by somebody, and he's got boogeyman. It's always a boogeyman. So he got all of these people who believe what he says, and those followers of him attacked the families of these the victims of these horrific school shootings and crimes and such. The Sandy Hook parents was like, okay, we're gonna put our heads together, and we ain't going. You're not gonna keep defaming us and putting us through emotional distress. Thus, they sued his ass. And they sued him in many different lawsuits. So you got one lawsuit that was happening up in Connecticut. You got two of them in Texas. So the first one was in Texas, and he got hit for like $50-something million. $50-something million was the verdict. And he was like, I ain't got $50 million. We know you got $50 million, Alex. You made an awful lot of money grifting people with these colloidal silver and your kits for hey, the world about to end. You need to have this food kit. Dried food. Hey, you want muscles? You want protein? I got these protein. He got all that BS. And he sells that to his followers, and they buy it up, and it made him a very rich man. So we know you got $50 million, but $50 million ain't what you need to be worried about, Alex, because up there in Connecticut, they didn't hit you for damn near $1 billion, which you don't have. You do not have $1 billion, Alex. So you're right when you say they probably won't get $1 billion, but they're going to take your ass for every penny you have. You will be bankrupt. Alex Jones, you'll be bankrupt. And it serves your ass right, because all you had to do was shut up while you was ahead. Now, why am I sharing this story about Alex Jones? Why? I am sharing the story about Alex Jones because Kanye West is going to find himself in the exact same position as Alex Jones. Now, Kanye West, again, we talked about this last week where Kanye came out and said, hey, George Floyd Floyd didn't die from no police. He died from fentanyl overdose. Well, we know that's not true because almost the whole world watched that murder take place. And we all saw the same thing. Now, it might be a handful of people, what I call right-wing nuts. Right-wing nuts say, oh, that shit didn't happen. Then there's some left-wing nuts, they like, oh, that shit didn't happen. But everybody else saw the same thing. And the same thing we all saw was a police officer put his knee on the neck of a very alive man. And when he took his knee off, the man wasn't alive no more. That's what I saw. But anywho, he is going to be sued. In fact, the lawsuit has already been filed, $250 million on behalf of George Floyd's young daughter for emotional distress, filed by her guardians. But it is for the child, $250 million for emotional distress. Now, once upon a time when Kanye was in a better headspace, Kanye donated money for the education of George Floyd's daughter. He was out there marching in the streets alongside people about the atrocity that mostly the entire world witnessed. And now he starts hanging out with Candace Owens. She's just fucking retarded. He starts, oops. I'm sorry, y'all. There's that R word, and I should not have said it. And the thing about it is I said it because I'm looking at it, because Kanye West said those two words about President Biden. Said, if President Biden doesn't take Elon Musk's advice, he's effing R word. And the R word is one that is not acceptable anymore. So if you want to be socially or politically correct or socially right, don't use the R word. And the R word was the one that I just used a few minutes ago, so I apologize. So Kanye West said that about Joe Biden. Kanye West said that about George Floyd. Kanye West said that he cannot be dropped from Adidas because, he can't be dropped from them. And he can say all the anti-Semitic stuff that he wants. He said those words. I got it on tape and I will play it when I do the short. But I will play it because how stupid can you be? Adidas is how you became a billionaire is from Adidas. You know, Balenciaga has already cut ties with Kanye. His bank has already cut ties with Kanye. Vogue magazine and the editor-in-chief has already cut ties with Kanye. Rihanna and her, or A$AP Rocky, they have already cut ties with Kanye because he just for some reason started talking about A$AP Rocky screwing somebody else, to basically putting out there that the man cheated on Rihanna. And he like, oh no, I didn't. And we ain't effing with you no more, Kanye. So now we got him, he's cut off from them. How many more of your friends do you want to alienate, Kanye? Not just your friends, your business associates. How many more do you want to end relationships with, Kanye? Then he did that stupid thing where he wanted his children to go to Donda Academy, but Kim wanted them to attend a school that had certain arts programs, and Donda Academy does not have them. So what did he do? He told the world where his children went to school. Do you know how dangerous that is? When you are that high profile, you put out yourself where your children went to school. And now Kim Kardashian had to hire all kinds of additional security for the school because you put out what school your children were attending. That's absolutely irresponsible, not just for your children, but for the other kids that are attending that school. Because now, because your children live their lives in a very public manner, and that's what you and your wife have chosen, or your former wife have chosen for your kids, the other attendees at that school may not have chosen that for their children. So now people who are looking for your kids gonna go up to that school and might see another kid that they got their eye on now. And it ain't always I just want your autograph type people. You know what I mean? You know what other kind of people I'm talking about that's out there looking at these kids. I don't have to say the word. So that was extremely irresponsible, extremely dangerous. And this man is literally going off the rails. Out of all the people that I watched, and I'm about to pick up all your comments over here, Reinhardt. But out of all the people that I have watched do interviews and the such with Kanye over the last few days, the one person who I can say I was the most impressed with is Chris Cuomo. Now, I know Chris Cuomo was a little problematic. You know, he got fired from his little gig over there at CNN for some stuff that he may or may not have done, and the assisting of his brother who did some very naughty things. But I still like Chris Cuomo. And Chris Cuomo did something that no other journalist did. He asked Kanye how he was. Now, Kanye got upset for him asking, saying, "What about you? Did you work out this morning?" And Chris Cuomo said, "No, but I took my antidepressants." Did you? Because you don't seem well, Kanye. You do not. You don't seem well. He doesn't seem well at all. And it's easy for us to laugh. I'm not even laughing at this dude. This shit ain't funny. It's not funny. We are seeing somebody sabotage their entire life and everything that they worked for because they got their ass on their shoulders about their mental health issues instead of going and accepting help. He continues to spiral. And then you surround yourself with the people, and this is all, this is like a Kanye rant I'm going on, I know. All the people who were telling him, "Kanye, I think you need help." He fired them. He fired them. He doesn't want to hear that he needs help. And that's even scarier. That's sad. Because that man is out of control at this point. And yeah, you want the entire world to recognize you not as a rapper, but as a tycoon, but as a mogul, as a billionaire. You want that. But the only thing that we're hearing from you is stuff that it will make us look at you as somebody who needs help. And the very things that you are saying that you want to be recognized for, Kanye, are the things that you are putting in danger. You want to be recognized as a great father where you put your children in danger. You want to be recognized as a great husband. Well, when you was doing all that talk about Pete Davidson and her relationship, you were putting your former wife, in danger. Now you're putting your pocketbook in danger. Your wallet is in danger. You, sir, are fumbling the bag. You're fumbling the bag. And you got a big bag to fumble. And he's out there he's looking bad. I really feel bad for him. And I wish that he would surround himself with better people who will tell him the truth and will take him to get help. I surround myself with them kind of people. When I'm spiraling, I got a couple friends, Davina, Lysandra, my sister, who know something ain't right. You're uneven. Something needs to happen. And I might not move that minute, but that sticks in my mind. And that's what he needs. He needs somebody who he trusts to tell him the truth about himself. Now I'm picking up these comments over here because I've been talking. Reinhardt says he's going to do a Spaces on Thursday for House of the Dragon. He hopes some people will be able to come on with him. I know a lot of people are busy. You got to give us a time, sir. You give me a time, and I'm going to set a notification. I missed your last one because I was asleep. I keep telling y'all, I'm sleeping through an awful lot of stuff here lately. So don't take it personal. Charge it to the head, not the heart. I be really tired. Reinhardt also said, and he should lose it all. He's talking about Alex Jones here. He's talking Alex Jones should lose it all. He's a vile, disgusting individual, and he's also a coward. That he is. Because when he was in Connecticut, he couldn't even face them parents. He did not show back up for the hearings concerning his the stuff that he was saying, his defamatory comments, and the mental anguish that he put those people through. He couldn't even face them. And Reinhardt also said that Kanye has a massive godlike complex. He does. He's got to be, if he's, and I'm not a mental health professional, but in my unprofessional opinion, he's a narcissist. He is a malignant narcissist, just like I believe former President Trump is a malignant narcissist. I believe that Kanye West is right there with him. Right there. They neck to neck to neck. He says, Reinhardt also says, I don't like people always trying to always make an excuse for mental health, because not all people who have mental health issues act the same. That is also true, because a lot of people, the first thing they say, Kanye ain't been the same since his mama passed. So many people lose their parents. We all are going to, at some point, we either going to lose our parents or they're going to lose us. Does that mean that they should completely lose it? Not saying that it's not going to happen. It does happen. Look at me. I have not been the same since the day my father passed. I've not been the same. But at some point, you got to realize that you need help. And you got the money, the means to get not just help, but help from the best of the best, the creme de la creme, and you're refusing to do it. Even when you look it in the face of your children, you're not saying to yourself, I need to be able to connect to these kids, so I'm going to go get help. I look at my grandson. My grandson is what I'm living for right now. That's why I'm still here. I would have probably checked out. I'm not going to lie. So if it takes a trigger warning for that, that's a trigger warning. I would have checked out because I do suffer from depression. Very, very dark times in my mind. I do suffer from anxiety. I do, and it makes me not even want to be here. But guess what? I got something to look forward to now. I look at that little person and I want to connect. And I want to leave something for him to be connected to. And thus, I'm still here. So, understand. Some people are never, nobody is going to be the same. If your mom or your dad passes away, you're not going to be the same. I had my daddy for 48 years. Of course, I'm not going to be the same. But but knowing that I got mental health issues before my father passed away, I know I got to stay on top of it now. And I believe that Kanye has had mental health issues far longer than the time that his mother has passed away. For that level of genius almost means that you are mentally ill. Did y'all notice that? Most geniuses, people who are super geniuses, they do have some form of mental illness. That's real. Now, what did Trevor Noah say about Ye? Davina, if you're still with me. I don't know if you're saying here. You're talking, and Angela. I'm not Angela. He said spaces are probably at 7 p.m. on Thursday. So Thursday at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. your time, so that would be 6 p.m. my time. Reinhardt. So 7 p.m. Eastern, I think. But you can let me know over there if I'm right. So yeah, Kanye West man, he all messed up, dude. He's all messed up. And we need to stop making excuses for him. He ain't the same since his mom passed. Nobody would be the same if their mom passed. If you grew up with your parents, you are not the same when they go. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how famous you are. I don't care how spoiled you are. All of those things, you're not going to be the same. You're not. So it's time to figure out how to handle it. Okay. I just I just went on a rant. That rant lasted a little bit long. I apologize if you guys if you guys, if it I did. I ranted. And yeah, I'm sorry. But anywho, I don't have anything else today. Wow, that took a lot out of me. I feel better. Yeah, I feel better. We're going to, keep your eyes open. Make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure you're liking this video wherever you're watching it. If you want to become a member or support me on Patreon, buy me a coffee, all of those links are down in the description of where you're watching. In fact, if you would like to a commission as well, if you would like for me to do something specifically for you, there's even a link down there for commissions. Take a look at all that ish down there, all of it. There's all the articles and stuff that I was supposed to go over today that I really didn't. All of that is down there in the description as well. So yeah, I ain't got nothing else. I'm hungry. Let me see. So okay, Davina was sent me a link to an article that we'll go to. You can share your news. Anyway, you can or is this a okay, let's see. I'm gonna read the article that Davina just sent me. You can share your news, Reinhardt, if you'd like. Now, Trevor Noah says, I've never had beef with Kanye West. I don't have beef with someone dealing with a mental health issue. He said, in a behind-the-scenes TikTok video posted by The Daily Show, host Trevor Noah shut down an audience member who asked him why he is beefing with Kanye West. An alleged beef between the two took place earlier this year after Noah condemned West for his incessant trolling of ex-wife Kim Kardashian on social media. West responded by directing a racial slur at Noah on Instagram, which led to West being temporarily banned on the platform for a day. Why am I beefing with Kanye? That's an interesting way to phrase it because a beef has to go both ways, Noah told the audience member. Genuinely, it does. In my limited understanding of the world, beef has always been something that generally will happen between two hip hop artists. I've never beefed with Kanye West. I was concerned about Kanye West. West has courted controversy over the last few weeks for making racist and anti-Semitic comments in various interviews. West has said during past controversial media blitzes that he struggles with mental illness, which has led to people defending West this time around regarding his anti-Semitic comments. Noah did not specifically address West's latest comments, but he did question why the media is continuing to give West a platform when it's known that he has mental health issues. If somebody says to me that they have a mental health issue and they say to everyone that they don't take their medication, they're unable to control themselves, and then everyone ignores when that person is having an episode and they haven't taken the medication, and then they platform the person and then they put them up. I sometimes think it's a little shitty, to be honest with you, Noah said. My grandfather was bipolar, Noah continued. I'm not saying Kanye is. I'm just saying my grandfather was bipolar. And one thing we knew was when he was having one of his episodes, he could act in a certain way and would do certain things, but our job was to support him. It would be weird if I was there going, oh, my grandfather's having an episode again. I'm going viral tonight. I think it's a little bit strange. I don't have a beef with a human being who has expressed openly that they're dealing with a mental health issue. I don't have beef with that human being. What I have beef with is us as a society not coming together around that person and going like, hey, maybe this is not the moment to put a microphone in your face so that you just go off saying everything. If this is what you want to say when you're on your medication, then that's a different story. But because you told us that, I'm not going to sit by and say that. Noah concluded by saying he has never had beef with Kanye West, adding, I'm still playing College Dropout. I'm still playing the music. I still love the man that I think he is. And I understand that he's gone through a lot, and I don't take that for granted. But I've promised myself I'll never be the person who just sits by and gleefully says things about people that I care about, and then also joins the group of mourners afterwards and act like I wasn't part of it. Too many people like to mourn you when you're dead, and they don't say anything to you when you're alive. So I don't know where to end, but that's it. The TikTok is not the first time Noah has addressed his relationship with West. During an August 2022 interview with Variety's Award Circuit podcast, the host spoke about why he decided to make public comments about West's behavior in the first place. I've just become more comfortable speaking my mind in situations where I feel like the mob forgets that we're dealing with human beings. It's easy to stand on the sidelines, see a train crash coming, and say nothing about it. And then after the train crashes off the tracks, we say, oh, I saw that coming. Well, why you didn't say anything? Especially if you have some sort of platform, you have some sort of obligation to speak a truth. See something, say something. Noah's latest comments followed Howard Stern's viral reaction to West's anti-Semitic comments. Stern compared West to Hitler and criticized West defenders who say the rapper has mental health issues. This is Howard Stern. Fuck this mental health self-defense thing that he's into. Oh yeah, he's just mentally ill. Don't worry about it. If he's so mentally ill, why don't they appoint a conservator over his money like they did with poor Britney Spears? That's a little scary thought, but yeah, maybe they should. But so yeah, that was what Trevor Noah had to say. I appreciate you for sharing that with us, Davina. Also, we heard what Howard Stern says, and I fall probably squarely in the middle of both camps, because yes, we are allowing Kanye West to use his mental illness as a crutch. But at the same time, it's wrong for people to keep saying, while he's spiraling out of control, let's get this camera over here. So people want to watch it. People want to see. It's wrong. Which is why Kanye ain't been on my thumbnail. There's just, I'm going to tell you what Kanye up to, because I tell you what's that boy's name? I'm gonna tell you what Kanye's up to because I'm gonna tell you what Ezra Miller's up to. And that is just that's the triple truth, Ruth. That's just it. Oh, Reinhardt, you just made your move over to YouTube. Well, that's it for me, y'all. I do not have much else for you today. I appreciate you for hanging out with me. And if you're watching on the rebroadcast, join me here. Keep your eyes and ears open. Turn those notifications on so you will know when I am going live, because I do this at least once a week, at least. But, sometimes I just surprise myself. Sometimes I do. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. It has been fun today. Absolutely, positively fun. Now I'm about to go in here. Today is my son's birthday, so happy birthday, Quinn. I would sing to you, but I don't want to embarrass you because, your mama can't hold a note sometimes. Couldn't hold a note in a suitcase, y'all. So I'm about to go over here and help and have a birthday the rest of the day with my kid. So with all that being said, thanks a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.